Hi everyone, how are you guys doing? Don't know how many people are here yet, but hello. We are crocheting today. I do have Annie on the panel with me, so we'll say hello to Annie.
Hey,
And
everybody out in
hey
YouTube
Mary.
land. Hey,
Yes,
Mary.
hello Mary. I am crocheting and I am working on the squares for the blanket for Joe's family. So this is the same yarn that I used for my great grandson's blanket. Um, so it is this one right here. It's the Red Heart Super Saver Ombre in Scuba. So yeah, I had it. It was from the sale from Joe's um, sale. So I am just making the squares. I started one the other day and I got part way and I did not like the pattern that I was using. So I ripped it out and um, about a half hour ago, little over a half hour ago, and started over. So I'm doing it this way, and it looks like it's not an ombre, but you can see the darker is in there, and it gets quite dark, and then
It
it
will
goes
be
off.
an
But
ombre.
yeah, but I'm not going to switch the colors on it. I'm just gonna keep using this, and I probably will make all six of them this, but I don't have to. I do have more of her yarn. I have let's see, I have this dark green that was from her. I have let's see, a burgundy that was from her. I still have some purple. I do have more. I have a whole tub of yarn over there that I could use if I wanted to. That was from her. Actually, I have two tubs full. So, but I figured, heck, this will be fine. None of them will be exactly the same, so I'm just gonna do them. So, and Annie, have you decided what you are gonna be working on tonight?
You mean besides staying awake? I might, I might color for a little bit in one of my new books, or I might start that hat we were talking about.
Oh, okay. Well, and I was going to color tonight, and then was I was setting up the live, and I put in crochet, and I said, oh, I guess I'm crocheting instead. I guess that decided it. So maybe next week I'll color. But I
As
got
it stands,
my
I
grand
will have baby girl Saturday.
awesome. Oh, let me show you the brand new updated picture of my great grandson. Um, this was from today. He's got one of the first blankets that I made on him. So there it is. Isn't
Oh,
he a doll?
it's so
And she
pretty.
says he loves his. She goes, he loves his great nana's blanket that she made him. So that was the second one I made because I've made three um, crocheted blankets, and then I have made uh, 7 receiving blankets and a whole bunch of like 10 or more burnt cloth, and then all those animals. So
Yeah, I gotta ask Laura live if she's ready. Because when I did hers, I did it with the Mandela Happy.
hmm
I knew how many I would need for it, and I bought 6 extra. And Bill's
right,
like, "What are you going to make with that?" And I said, "Oh, that's for when she wants that blanket to grow." I said,
right,
"This way, I have the right color."
right.
And I gotta say, I loved working with that yarn. It was happy. It was just bright, and it's even on the days I was like, I really don't feel like it, and I was gonna sit down with that for 5 minutes and just be happy as clam.
What colors is it?
It was it's called Mandela Happy. It was pinks and purples and yellows and greens and blues. Had a little bit of everything in it.
Like a rainbow?
But it was when the mandalas first started coming out. It was the first color I seen, first color I bought because I was like, yeah, that just screams her.
Let me see what this one is. This is two of the ones I got from Joe too. These are mandalas, and
No, don't think that's it.
yeah, this is gnome. That's what it's called, gnome.
The happy is more
But
rainbow colors, really eye popping bright. And
these
that's
are
what she
bright.
liked. Yeah, but these
Yeah.
are like, it's
I think
brighter.
it's probably like the mandalas that I used to make my granddaughter a hat and a knitted hat and a knitted scarf a couple years ago.
Mary's
It was a
using it right
rainbow.
now.
Huh?
Mary's using it
Oh,
right now.
she's working with it now? Cool.
Ooh, that
Over.
sounds pretty, Mary. Can I have a picture when you get it done?
Yeah, I'd
Really
like that
skinny
too.
blanket. I don't know if I've seen that pattern.
I don't know if I have or not either.
I have to go in tomorrow. I can't start that the hat I was talking about tonight because
Hey, Larry.
Hey Larry. Tomorrow I'm going to spend some time in my craft room perusing the yarn for the colors I'm looking for.
Cool.
I kind of got it in my head what I'm wanting, but the teal that I was thinking about, I think is going to be too dark for what I want. I want something a little lighter,
Mm-hmm.
but I also want something that's going to go with gray because it's
Oh,
going to be
okay.
gray and black in it. It's going to be like the main color, and then sprinkling down, it'll start the white into the gray and then end at the black at the brim. Because, or no, do I want to start with black and go up? I don't know.
So this is supposed to be 12 inches by 12 inches. So I just started this, and I've got over half of it done.
So it's 6 inches.
It's bigger than 6 inches. It is 6 1/4, and I'm just starting another round. I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm in six. This is the sixth round.
I got to say, it was almost 70 degrees today.
It was
I love
80
every
degrees.
minute of it.
It was 80 degrees here yesterday.
Well, it's going back down to
Today,
50s tomorrow. But
yeah, today it got to I guess it dropped into the 50s for a couple of days, but then it's going right back up into the 80s or 70s into 80s by Monday or by next Monday it should be 71, and then it's going to get up to 74.
almost all the snow is melted out of the yard.
That's good.
So Bill said that tomorrow he was going to go down with the pickaxe and hit at the blacktop to try to start breaking it up so it'll melt faster.
Mm-hmm. One of the houses we used to live in many years ago, we lived on a hill, but we were only like 6 houses or 7 houses up the street from a very busy road. And this was in West Valley, Utah. So this was back. Oh, it was. We left there. We moved out of there in 2008. Or no, 2006, and we lived there for 8 years. So we moved there in 1998, and every time it would get really snowy and icy, if you tried to go down the hill, you would start to slide, and you didn't want to slide out onto the busy road. So I always turned my wheels towards the curb if I started to slide, and that the curb would stop me. So I decided, well, I'm just going to take some ice melt, ice melt stuff in my car and just throw it out on the road as I was going down the road. And then from my front yard, I would throw it out onto the road, and it would within a couple hours it would start to break up, and nobody was sliding down the road anymore. And the road was too steep to go up the road to go out the other way right when it was that bad. So yeah, it was a pain in my butt. But
Do
oh
you
well,
know
I
West
figured it out.
Virginia, if you did that,
Huh?
if you did that in West Virginia and somebody saw you, they'd fine you for it.
Well, if that was the case and I couldn't have done it, I would have thrown out sand because
And
sand is
well,
what
no,
they
I
put
mean
out.
it's just it. The point is, if somebody wants to take their money to help their neighbors get down a road, why should they fine you for that?
I don't know,
It's
but
stupid.
I would have just had sand. I would have bought some bags of sand and would have done that because even
If
that,
Bill, like, because he goes out every once in a while and digs out the creek, because as water flows it brings more and it builds up and it makes it shallower, which makes the flooding worse.
right,
And he will start at our property line and go all the way down to where the blacktop is, digging out the creek. And the
right.
state road guy seen him one day and he looked and he goes, "Hey," he said, "I'm not going to say anything." He said, "But if you caught doing that," he said, "that's $1,000 fine." And he's like, "I'm not hurting anything. I'm just helping it." He said, "I'm just telling you, if you got dog digging without the proper permits, they'll find you."
Oh, here in Kansas, which totally blows me away, you can't put up a fence without going to the city and getting uh, an okay from them to put up a fence. Like, you got to be kidding me. So, our fence got blown down here about 4 years ago, 5 years ago. Most of the fence got blown down, and so I took the rest of the fence down. It was a wooden fence. Well, I we needed to close off the backyard because first of all, we had just gotten Royce, and he was a baby puppy. He was only 8 weeks old, and we had the Chihuahuas, and I'm like, I am not the rest of my these dogs' lives take them out on a leash. I'm not going to do it. And everyone was like, well, you need to have a permit. I said,
Hey,
bullshit.
Liz.
Excuse my language. Hello, Liz. I said, bull crap. I am not doing that. And so I built two panels and I built a gate and I connected it to what was left across the back of the house to the fence and closed off the backyard, which is not a big yard, but Royce is not going to go out and run, and the Chihuahuas don't. And Royce goes to the park every day, and so I don't think that it bothers them that they don't have this huge yard to run around in. Hey
Hi, JJ.
JJ, welcome in. So yeah, um, I did it anyway, and I didn't get a permit. I'm like, you know what? I'm just hooking to my other one, closing off my backyard, and no one said nothing. So I'm like, that's crazy to have to get a permit. And they said if you build any inside your house
Well, you got it. Yeah, and
or
if
in,
any additions to your house, you have to have permits for it. They do that here, but not
well,
yards.
okay, Liz. Um, well, I'm talking. I'm not talking like building a room. I'm talking like um. Oh, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Maybe a like I. Oh, that was it. Now I'll say I put tile down in the kitchen, and they said I had to have a. I'm like, no way. Mm-mm. I'm just adding to the floor. Mm-mm. I'm not getting a permit. So, and I didn't, and I don't care. And they said if I connected the island to the floor, I would have to have a permit for that. And I'm like, well, that's why it's not connected. It doesn't move because I can move it. It's very heavy, but nope. It says that's
Put your
crazy. I
cat
did
bowl
all.
down, or I'm gonna come in here and slap you in the head.
Okay, I'm putting it down.
You know how you pick up two glasses together with your fingers? He
Mhm.
gets old cat bowls like that, picks them up and carries them in here and eats the cat's food.
Oh, which is not good for
Ah,
him.
you got food in your own daggone bowl. I know, because I was just in here a few minutes ago.
I had to clip one of the Chihuahua's fingernails today, and lo and behold, I was doing it He had him standing up on the table, and lo and behold, Mr. Royce was standing under the table eating the nails as they fell onto
Oh
the
yeah,
floor.
they will all do that.
They eat dog nails. They'll eat human nails.
Bill,
Yeah.
Cash is not too bad to get his nails trimmed. But Pete, people thought we were disemboweling this dog every time we clipped his nails.
That sounds like that lady I watch on YouTube or and TikTok, the ones that have all the horses. She
Yeah.
owns a pig. She owns a pig, and it was sold to her as a mini pig. It's not so mini. It weighs over 400 pounds, and they don't feed it at all. They give it water. They do not feed it because the horses throw food to it. So,
We're having a
um,
thunderstorm, y'all.
oh wow, yeah.
Yeah.
So the horses will throw food down for the pig, but they have to clip its nails all the time, and it squeals, and it
Oh yeah.
sounds like they're
You you
killing
can
it.
pet, you can pet a pig and they'll squeal like that. Pigs are loud.
Mm-hmm.
You raise pigs. Pigs are smart too. They're smart.
Oh yeah.
They if there's a way that they can figure out to escape, they will escape.
Well, this pig stays close to the horse barn because he knows where that's food. Um, he doesn't want to go out by the cows or any of there because he can't get no food from them. But they every day when they take the horses out to the fields, he goes into their stalls and he eats whatever's left, and they'll drop food down to him. So they stopped feeding him because he got like almost to 500 pounds. So they stopped feeding him, and um, took him about 2 years, but he finally got down to 400 pounds, and he's pretty much stayed 400 pounds ever
Well,
since.
that's not a mini pig.
No, it's not a mini pig. She used to carry it around at when she was at college, and it stayed in her dorm room with her, and then started to get uh, to be a naughty pig. So she took it home to her her parents' farm, and he just kept growing and growing and growing. Yeah, he's huge. But
That's happened to several people that thought they bought mini pigs.
mm-hmm. Cause see now it's up to 7.5 inches. So it went from 6.5 to 7.5. So it grows about an inch around each time. So if that's the case, we have 4 more rounds to go, or three rounds probably, and this will be up to 12, and then I'll start the next one.
Anybody doing anything interesting tonight? Zippy Speeder here.
Hmm.
I said Zippy Speeder.
Who's that?
You.
Oh, because I've done this in less than an.
Oh, tomorrow I am going to have Sis take a picture of the block that she's embroidering. Oh my gosh, that bird she's doing looks so good.
Awesome. I haven't embroidered in years. I've got tons of stuff, but I just haven't done it in years.
Hello,
Um,
Anthony.
Hello, Anthony.
He's ignoring me. He got
Oh,
mad because I made him take a breathing treatment earlier and he didn't want to sit still.
oh.
I was like,
I know
nope.
that when my daughter has to get a breathing treatment, it makes her shake. Does he shake?
Yes. And that was actually concerning me. And Bill looked at me and he goes, uh, honey,
That's
I said,
normal.
what? And he said, you do the same thing when you take a breathing treatment. And I was like,
Yeah,
what? He goes, yeah. He said, pay attention next time you take one. I never even realized I was doing it.
yeah, it makes you shake.
It's the yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah. Well, see, my
It's where
daughter
it
hated it
opens
because
your lungs up and your blood starts being
it's called a
oxygenated and it
steroid.
raises your blood pressure a little bit.
It's a steroid in it that does that. When Jessica would get sick or start having asthma attacks, we would have to put her on a breathing treatment regimen. So she would have to have a breathing treatment every 4 hours a day for at least 2 weeks, and then we could taper her off. And so I would have to take the breathing machine to school, and she would have to have her breathing treatment at school, and she hated it. And because she's sitting there, and all of her friends are like, and then she would shake at school. I said, "I'm sorry, sweetheart, but we're doing this." So she had to have one in the morning, one midday, one after school, and one at night. She had to have it. That was just the regiment that they had her on because to this day, she still has super bad asthma. And she started her asthma first presented when she was 10 years old. And me and Ron was out looking for a new car. We left our three kids at the time. I was pregnant with Candace, with my sister, and back then it was before. We had a cell phone, but I didn't have it with me, or it was I don't know what it was before cell phones became so important to everybody.
Yeah.
It was a brick cell phone, and so I just had it sitting in my purse, and we were busy, and I didn't pay attention to it. And finally, I checked it and found out that they had rushed her to like it was like an Instacare, and but it wasn't. It was sort of like it, but it wasn't because it had an emergency area in it, and it also
Oh,
had
probably like
doctor's off.
where we used to have emergency cares, which was
Well,
like
no.
your
This
emergency
is
rooms.
no, this is different because it also had all the doctors was all the it's where you went for your doctor appointments and stuff. But they had an emergency area um, in this doctor's office. They also had a daycare that would take care of your kids if you had to drop them off the daycare to go see your doctor, or take your other kids to the doctor, or whatever.
Now that's a nice option. I wish we offered like something like that here.
I don't know if they do now. I think they still do, but this was many years ago. Of course, this was 33 years ago. But because my daughter's going to turn 30, I think she's turning 33. Yes, she's turning 33 in a couple of weeks on the 5th of March. So they would do that. So we got a message from my sister that they had taken her there because that's where our insurance was through. When I got there, they were doing her third breathing treatment. My sister said I turned around and looked at her. I heard a weird noise. I turned around and looked at her, and her chest was all concaved, and her lips were blue, and she was gasping for air. So my sister grabbed a wet washcloth, put it over her mouth, put her in the car, and took her because breathing the moist air through the cloth helped a little bit. And they immediately put her on the breathing machine. And then I got there, and they're like, when was the last time she took asthma medication? I'm like, she doesn't have asthma. What are you talking about? And they said, you've never given her? I said, she doesn't have asthma. The only thing the doctor ever told me, the doctor that is here, that she got an asthma cough. She's never had an asthma attack before. Well, she still has it, and she's 43 years old. Now, my other daughter, she had juvenile asthma and outgrew it. But Jessica, she still has asthma. Her son, her oldest son, still has asthma. Her other son had juvenile, and he grew out of it.
Yeah, Andrew grew out of his asthma.
But for me, I never had asthma, but I do have an asthma cough. It's never presented as actual asthma, but I do get an asthma cough when my allergies are really bad, especially in the wintertime. I'll get this hacky cough that you can't get rid of unless you take asthma cough medicine. Regular cough medicine don't do nothing for it. See, now this you can start to see in the dark is coming through now. Because this still looks, I can see a little bit of the gradient starting to go, but it's going to get more and more next couple of rows.
That's a very, very subtle gradient in that yarn.
It is. I mean, on that blanket, I got like 3 or 4 rows before I got to a color change.
Well, I don't hear any thunder. I heard lightning. I heard lightning. I saw some lightning, but I didn't hear any thunder. And it's just barely raining. So maybe it's further away from us.
Yeah. So, of course, as you guys can tell, this is a granny square. And it is the original granny square that I'm doing. It's the pattern I know the best. It's easy. I don't have to think about it. I just do it. And so that's why I'm doing this. And it's the same as the other ones that I made. I know a lot of people did other blankets or other squares. I like doing granny squares. It's my favorite thing to do. It's the first thing that I ever learned how to crochet with yarn.
I'm gonna grab me a crocheted. I'll be right back.
Okay. I had crocheted doilies, lace. I did table runners and everything else with the crochet thread. But when I started wanting to learn how to crochet with yarn, granny squares was the first thing I did. And then I learned I did the ripple. I told you, I showed you that a couple of weeks ago. I showed you the crochet book that I bought back 40 something years ago, and it had the granny squares and the ripple and a couple others, and that's where I learned how to do it.
Cash. Come on.
You must be outside.
Yeah, a deer ran through the yard and Bonehead decided to chase it. He chased it as far as the creek. Now he's standing out there barking at it.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, he's already outpaced you.
We had the dogs going crazy because we had 2 cats out on walking up the street. Royce likes cats. The dogs, the other chihuahuas don't. But Royce just wants to play with them. Some cats don't like to play with him, don't want to play with him, but the one he saw is his friend, and I wasn't going to let him out just to go play with a cat. So he just barked at him. I guess I was a mean mom. We have a friend that brings over her beagles, and we have actually a couple of people who bring over their beagles so they can play. Okay, that's another row. Yep, we're up to 8.5. So we're doing about an inch. So that means I'm not going to be able to do a double crochet on the last row. Because that will be 1 row, 2 rows, 3 more rows, and then I'll have to do a single instead of a double. I'll probably do a single just through every stitch and not do these like this. I'll just do it every stitch, and then if that's not quite big enough, I'll do another row. But we'll see. It's awfully quiet in the chat.
How about I try it again? I think Jen and Ivy's on the.
Yeah, they are.
I muted myself to blow my nose and I forgot to unmute it.
So I'm on halfway through season 16 of Grey's Anatomy, and they only have 22 seasons on Netflix, but they started filming it again because the outcry for more, and so they decided to go for another. I don't know how many more seasons they'll do, but I can't watch those because it's on Hulu, and I got rid of Hulu because I got it free through my my phone program plan. But when I switched, they no longer offer that, so I just turned it off because I didn't watch it enough to pay it for it. But now I'm like, but I'm not going to pay for it. I'll just wait, watch other things, and wait until they release it on
Yeah,
on
StreamYard's
Netflix.
not advancing again.
Is that the problem? Dang
Yeah.
it.
Well, no, I mean it was quiet,
Oh,
but
shoot.
me and Mary is because Mary said still here
Oh yeah, I
crocheting.
see. I switched over to YouTube side.
I can see it
so
on
I
the
can
YouTube
see
side, but I can't see it on the StreamYard side.
Sorry, Mary and everyone. I was trying to ignore you. I can also see there's more people here in the chat than there was.
Pineapple pork chops tomorrow night. Or I don't know.
I don't know I don't know what I'm cooking tomorrow night.
Larry said he's here lurking.
I might do okay, awesome. I was gonna do porcupine meatballs, but I'm not going to now because I don't usually make stuff with the same hamburger 2 nights in a row. So I will probably do that.
Oh, that's right.
Friday
I'm
night.
sorry, Mary, and you said that earlier. My brain is not. I haven't been to bed yet.
Right.
Anthony decided to wander last night, and he kept wanting scissors, and I was afraid to leave him up alone. Still ain't figured out what he wanted them for.
Well, you never got him because you made him lay down.
Well, I know, but usually when I do that, the next morning he starts all over again. But he didn't do that this time. I think it's because he was out of milk and he went in there and got mad because there was no milk in the fridge.
Mm,
And I told him he had to wait till I went to the store today. I said, I'm not going out of here at 2 o'clock in the morning to buy milk.
right.
Excuse me. Okay, I am not hearing you on the YouTube. I'm not hearing you at all.
Well, I'm not talking.
Okay, okay. That's probably why I didn't hear
Hello,
you.
Chris. Yeah, I was
Chris,
focusing. Oh, awesome. She's making a bolster pillow that will look like a capsule. Cool.
cool. I made me one of those for my chair because as nice as that chair is and as expensive, it has no lumbar support whatsoever. And
This
Bill, I
chair
told
has
Bill I
lumbar
was making
support.
a bolster pillow, and he was just like, "What's a bolster pillow?" I said, "You know, you put it across the bed to make it look pretty." He said,
Hmm.
"That's not wide enough to go across our bed." And I said, "It's because I'm putting it in the chair."
This chair has a little bolster pillow. I'm not leaning back against it, but if I was, I would be using it. If I lean back, then my feet don't touch the ground. So,
Yes, Bill noticed that about my computer chair. He said, "How come you don't sit all the way back?" And I sit all the way back, and he goes, "Oh."
yeah.
And I've got this chair. It's positioned the lowest it will go. Because if I put it up any higher, my knees hit the um where the keyboard goes on the desk, the drawer
Hmm.
for it, and
Hmm.
that hurts. So I keep it down
Right.
below. And if I set it up, then I have to step up on a stool to get in the chair. And since the chair rolls, that's not real safe.
Well, I'm thinking about because even sitting like this, and I'm not even up, I'm not back all the way. I'm my only my toes touch the floor, and that pulls on my knee. So I have a box under here that I sometimes prop my foot up on.
I
And I
have a
think I'm gonna
stool
make.
under my desk that I put my feet on for the same
I
reason.
think I'm gonna. Yeah, I think I'm gonna build myself a little thing for to sit on. Because my chairs downstairs, I have them low enough that my feet touch the ground, and I don't have that problem.
Does it make your
So
legs
okay,
go to sleep?
now, hmm.
Does it make your legs go to sleep if you leave them hang? Because it does mine. Like cuts it.
I don't. I never let them hang long enough because my knee starts to hurt. So a lot of times, what I will do is I will put one foot kind of down, and then I put the other one on top of it. I do that a lot, or I just have my tippy toes down and I cross my legs, which keeps them from dangling. But
Well, this stool was for the baby to reach the commode, but she's
hmm.
gotten tall enough now that she no longer needs it. And I was sitting there going like, I'm gonna put that in her. I used to have a cardboard box that Bill wrapped with duct tape, and he said,
Yeah.
"I can build you something." I said, "It's just," I just said, "Just do this."
Hmm.
There's the box. There's the tape. We'll just wrap it up. And I was doing it myself, and he said he could do it neater because mine had a wrinkle in it. You know, God
Well, I
forbid
was
there be a wrinkle near my foot.
I was thinking about building one with wood because this thing slides around, and what I was gonna do is put grippy on the bottom of it so it wouldn't slide.
Well, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Now this one has rubber stoppers. It doesn't slide on this floor, uh, which is why because I originally got it for the bathroom. But
Hmm.
it's a utility stool. Is how it was.
I have I have three of those. I have a
Well, I
really
went to
small.
the baby department and was going to buy her one. It was
They're
like
too expensive.
$36, and it was made
Hmm.
out of really flimsy material. And Bill
Yeah.
picked it up and he looked at it and he looked at me and I looked at the price and I said, I'll be right back. So I went back to the automotive department, picked up a stool for $12. Karen, I said, she can use this.
I have three utility. I have one that is a two-step that is higher, and then I have one that is, and we've had it for almost 40 years. We have a smaller one that we've had almost 40 years, and then I bought another one, um, uh, that is a little bit bigger, but they're all utility ones. Okay, Connie,
Chris
I
K
sent
said
you a
she sent you a
picture.
picture. Yes.
Okay, let me look.
I
Okay,
just,
I see that she
I
sent it.
also
Okay.
use this in the kitchen when I need to uh, get in my spice cabinet and organize it because it just
Oh,
puts
those
me
are
in
pretty
like,
colors. That those colors, Chris, looks like the 49ers colors. I don't know if you know 49ers football, but that's what that is. It's like a burgundy gold. That's pretty. Let me see if I can show you guys. Let's see. There you go. That's the 49ers colors.
yep, sure is.
Yep, that's very nice.
I like
I
those.
like that.
Good
That's the
work
kind of
on those
hats.
too.
Yeah, I like those. And then I wanted to show you
I made
guys
a 49ers hat.
because
I've
I
made Dallas, 49ers, uh, Steelers, Ravens.
this is my this is my great grandson's son's picture of from today. He's got one of the blankets that I made him on his lap, and he's looking more and more like his daddy. You can definitely tell he is not white, or he's got not just. I mean, he's a fourth black, and you can see it in his face now. He looks like his daddy for sure.
Big
And I can
party.
show you guys. Huh? Yeah, he's very. I can show you a picture of his daddy. Let's see. I don't know if I can't make it bigger. Oh, there it is. That's my great grandson, and that's his fiance, the mama. You can definitely tell he is black, and that baby looks like him. So, yep,
Yep.
that is my grandson, Kendrick. So, yep. Thank you, Chris. That was your high school colors. Okay. Well,
My high school colors were
oops.
blue and white, just like my football team is blue and white because I'm a Dallas fan. Hi, Sarah.
Hello, Sarah. Welcome in. Sarah, did you get your painting today or yesterday? I think I saw that you did. At least I'm pretty sure I did.
We got mail delivery yesterday. So, yay.
Well, that's good. So you can, I don't know if you guys can see, this is to go, starting to go darker. Yeah, you can see it a little bit. At least I can. Let me finish this corner and then I will measure. Oh, wait, no, I still have a whole side to do. So I'll just do it rather than measuring yet. Okay. Let me let me see if it says it's been delivered yet.
Okay, she said she hadn't checked her mail yet.
Right. Let me look and see. I hate what this Google is doing now.
Sarah said she got it. She just went and got it from the mailbox. I'm muted. No, I'm not. Can y'all hear me?
There, I am back. Awesome, sir. I'm glad you got it. Sorry it got cold. And as soon as you let me know when you are ready for this one, I'll send you an invoice for it. So, and I still have two more to do after that. The yellow and then the red. Okay, I
There
don't know
you
what's
are.
going on.
I was getting ready to say, are you talking this time or are you just talking to yourself?
I'm talking to you
Because
and to
you can't
myself.
do that.
Okay. Okay, I'll be right back. Actually, I won't be. I'll stay here.
Sarah
But
says
I'm
it's
going to do this.
gorgeous.
Awesome. This is driving me crazy. Can you guys hear me at all?
Yes.
Probably not. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yep.
Okay. All that. Awesome, Sarah. I'm glad. Did you hear me saying about the black and white painting? and it's ready, let me know and I'll send you an invoice for it. And then I have two more, the other two to do, and they're going to be smaller. Is that what I remember? They're both going to be on that smaller, the 5x7. I have one right here in front of me, but I'll look at the email just to make sure.
She said, yes, ma'am, I'll let you know. Thank you.
You're welcome. And I got to tell you, I actually made a boo boo. What happened was last week when I did that video, I forgot and I painted it this size. I'm like, oh no, it's supposed to be the bigger size. So the other day I went ahead and recreated it again in a bigger, so that because you wanted this one to be bigger. So that other one will go on my website to be
She
sold.
said she's thinking maybe all the same size.
So do you okay, so but you want the bigger one big, all right? The one I did, the bigger one, this one here that I did on, because this one is 11 by 14. So it's a little bit bigger, but the other ones that I've already done for you is that smaller size. And if you want the other two to be that size, I can do that. That's not a problem. You just let me know because I have the other one if you want it that size, because I can just sell this other one. Or I can paint over it another painting, which is not a problem. Because I do that quite often when I don't need a painting or I don't like the painting, I repaint over it. So you just let me know.
There. Maybe now it's fine. Yeah,
I
now.
am like, I'm sweating to death. Oh my gosh. But what I was saying, I don't know if you guys heard me saying that you can start seeing the color change. Starts about right here,
Yeah,
and you
see
can
it.
see it's getting darker. There won't be that much color change in this because I think I only have 2 more rows of the double crochet, and then at least 1 row, if not 2, of the singles. I just have to wait and measure it as I go and see what it ends up being.
Anybody want to go fold that last load of laundry for me?
Mm-mm. I
Don't
don't
have to
mind
put it
folding
away.
mine. See, Ron, I'll tell you what. Okay, so Ron, he retired at 50. He had worked as a cop for 24 years, and he retired at 50. And he has never worked since. And so, because I was still working, I worked up until 6 years ago. He took over a lot of the responsibilities that I had done. He started doing all the cooking. He started doing all of the laundry except for my laundry. I did my own laundry because Ron doesn't understand that some clothes have to be hung dry and some clothes has to be on delicate. He does the same thing on all of them except for the whites. The whites he does it in hot water with bleach. And so I didn't want him destroying my clothes. So I continued doing my clothes, but he took over the laundry and he took over the cooking. And where was I going with this story? Oh, I don't even remember where I was going. What were you talking about? I completely spaced.
I
What
asked
the
if
heck?
somebody wanted to fold my last load of
Oh,
laundry.
okay, okay, okay.
I had to think for a minute what I said.
Okay, now I know what I was gonna say. So now I still he never gave that he's never given that back to me. So he has always done the whites, the towels, his clothes, and he'll do like if when our bedding is needs to be done once a week, he'll do the bedding. And so he will sit the stuff up on the dryer and washer, and he'll sit there for days. You've heard me us talking about the fact that he doesn't take care of his food, his clothes. Oh my gosh, it drives me crazy. But he won't fold the stuff for a couple of days before he puts it away. Me?
Oh no, when it comes out of the dryer, it's got to
Oh,
be folded immediately, or Bill just he's beside himself.
I immediately, as soon as it comes out, I usually do 2 loads a week for myself. And as soon as I get the second one out, it goes right into the bedroom and gets put away. And I fold it as it comes out of the dryer into the my basket. So when I take it into my room, yes, you did. Okay, so you did want that one bigger. Good. Yes. Okay. And then the other two, you let me know for sure if you want them the same size. I will do that. So yeah, my clothes is folded right out of the dryer, and then when I have both loads in the my basket. Of course, the stuff that has to be hung is hung over the side because I don't fold it. And if it's something that's going to wrinkle, I just take it right in and hang it. But I don't have most stuff. None of my stuff really wrinkles. So if it's hung
Oh no,
over,
I don't own anything that will wrinkle because I don't iron ever.
I don't
I don't
iron
even own an
either.
iron.
I do. I own several, but
So does my son. Renee's got like 6 irons. I was like, how many irons do you really? She's got one for her quilt blocks, one for
I do too.
clothes,
I
one for
do.
curtains. I'm like,
I
and
don't.
then she said, then you got to have spares in case one of those other ones is not working. No.
I have four. I have four. I have that big one I showed you last week. No, I have five. I have that big one that showed you last week. Then I have a medium size, and I have a small. And that big one is for iron on stencils, and then my little one is for sewing. My other little one is for my scrapbooking, and then I have my two big ones for clothes.
She has a teeny tiny one for her seams for her quilting.
I
The
use my little one for that. Yeah,
I'd never seen it. I looked. I was like, "What is it?" She said, "It's an iron." I was looking at it. I was like, "That does not look like an iron."
I have a little one. It's about this big around. It's like an oval, and it's about this tall.
Now I used to have one like that, and the handle folded down. It was in a bag that my mom got me. That was one of my wedding presents because she knew I'd never use an iron, but she said you always need one just in case.
Well, this doesn't. This is yeah. It's not. It doesn't fold down or anything. It's got a and it goes up to. It goes by temperature. So you set the temperature you want to go to, not like cotton, polyester,
Yeah, this one
whatever.
had numbers, a number dial on it.
This doesn't have numbers. This is all digital, just like that big one that I showed you guys last week. It's digital. Now I do have two bigger ones that have a dial. One of them I have had since I got married. The other one I got a couple years after that. And then since I moved here, I got the other three. But yeah, I have to have an iron for when I'm sewing. I don't usually iron my clothes. Most of my clothes is uh
Wash
does
and
not
wear.
need, well, yeah, permanent press, which means you don't have to. But when Ron was working as a cop, I had to press his uniform a lot. So I had already had it, so no big deal.
I
I was at
had
my
to go to
daughter's.
Bill's supervisor because he told Bill that the uniforms need iron. And I walked in there and I looked at him. I said, "You cannot iron that uniform." I said, "Don't tell these men to iron their uniforms." He said, "Why not?" I said, "They are completely polyester." I said, "You put an iron on that and it's going to melt."
Oh no, you can iron polyester. You just put it on the polyester dial.
I've
I've done
never
it
seen a
in
polyester dial on any. Well, I don't have an iron, so I don't know. But I don't remember
yeah. Ron's was
cotton
polyester.
spools and not, I think mom's was just cotton wool and something else. Maybe it was
My
polyester.
Ron's uniform was polyester, and I had it on
Oh no, no, no,
polyester.
Connie. When I say these are these are cheap polyester.
Oh, okay.
Like
Well, maybe.
like yeah, they crinkle when they walk when it gets cold.
Oh,
Bill said
that's
the sound's
horrible.
driving him insane.
That's not good. Yeah, I know
It,
Ron's. I was able to iron Ron's.
well, yeah, theirs has got a polyester blend though. This is like all cheap polyester. It's scratchy when you touch it. And I was like,
Yeah.
"How can you stand to wear those shirts?" He said, "That's why I wear a t-shirt underneath it." He said, "Otherwise, it
Mm-hmm.
itches me to death."
Well, Ron had to wear. His wasn't crinkly, but Ron, part of his uniform, he had to wear a white t-shirt underneath it, and he had to wear black socks and
Yeah, they have to wear black socks, but they can wear whatever color t-shirt they want as long as their uniform shirt is buttoned up enough that you can't see the t-shirt. And it
see
has to be V-necks. They can't use crew necks.
they had to wear a white t-shirt, and you had to be able to see it. So that's the way the shirts were
Oh no,
made.
they're making them wear ties now. They're all revolting over this because none of them like wearing a tie.
Ron never had to wear a tie.
Bill looked at me. He said, he brought it in. He said, "You know what this is?" And I said, "It's a tie." He said, "I have to wear it." And I said, "I'll get on Amazon and order you some clip-ons." And man, he hates ties.
Ron
When we
doesn't.
got married, I don't know who got their tie off faster, him or his brother. But I mean, the minute we walked back out of the church, that's the first thing he did is his hand went up and he started getting that tie off his neck. He says, "I feel like I'm choking to death." I was laughing at him because I used to
Ron
love to wear
wears.
a tie.
Yeah, Ron wears ties. Ron doesn't know how to tie them. I have to tie them.
Oh, I know. Oh no, I mean I could tie it for him, and I told him I said I could tie it. You can, which he had to for a couple of days for the clip-on ones got here, and he was like, "How do you know how to tie a tie?" And I said, "I used to wear ties back in the '80s, Bill." I said, "Plus, Dad always wore a tie, so we had to learn to tie them."
Yeah, I learned to tie them by watching. I watched a TV show, and there was someone was tying their tie, and I'm like, oh, I can do that. So I'd stand in front of the mirror so that I could watch myself tie it because I could remember how it was done. Now I have no problems, and now I taught. Well, Hudson and Keegan wanted to learn how to tie a tie, and so their dad taught them. But I was showing Hudson. He's like, "Well, I know how to tie a tie," and I says, "Well, I do too." And he goes, "No, you don't." I said, "Oh, you know, make it bad. I can," and I did. And he's like, "How do you know? My mom doesn't know." I'm like, "That's because your mother never wanted to know."
When Andrew had to wear a tie, he brought it to me. He said, "Mom, can you tie?" And he'd pull it down real careful. So all he had to do was put it over his head, tighten it up,
Ron,
and every time he
before
took
me
it
and
off, he
Ron,
would slide it.
before me and Ron got married, he would go to his dad, and his dad would tie him, and then he would do that. And then when we got married, he had he was going to wear a tie, and he goes, "I got to go to my dad's house, my mom and dad's house." I said, "Why?" He goes, "I need my dad." Hi, Sandra. He goes, "I
Hi,
need my dad
Sandra.
to tie my tie." I said, "What?" And he goes, "I don't know how to tie a tie. My dad does them." I said, "No, I'll do it for you." And he goes, "How do you know?" I'm like, "Because I know." But Ron's never learned. He's 70 years old and doesn't know how to tie a tie.
Bill learned. He just don't like doing it.
Ron doesn't understand it. He doesn't want to, and he
Hey,
doesn't understand it. And
turn
he
off
goes,
my
"Why do I need to know how to tie a tie if my wife can?"
bedtime.
Okay, I'm almost done with this round. I got one more side. Let's see. Let's see what to do. No.
Okay.
Larry Ron wears a 17, 17.5 inch neck. It's big, and his hats are like the biggest size when he has to buy when he has, buys a hat. So
Try this again. We have-
oh, I did
Huh. On the YouTube
what?
side, near all I've got the only chat I've got is from Larry's comment down to good evening Annie. That's so weird because
Yeah,
I'm not advancing on the StreamYard side.
right.
That's weird. It's like the top half of the chat just disappeared.
I don't know what's going on with that. I have no clue.
Huh. Okey-dokey.
Thank you, Sandra. Oh, you wear a little over 18? Yeah, Ron wears 17, I think.
It has been Larry a lot. I'll be right back.
Okay. YouTube has been messing up, and StreamYard has, because the chat is not working right on StreamYard. Um, it just caught up just now, but for a long time it sat for like 20 minutes without moving, and then now it finally advanced. But the YouTube side is also messing up. But YouTube does this. I've had my channel for many, many years, and it's always had different problems um, that it's gone through. Okay, I let me see if I need to do another row after this one. I'm almost done with it. Oh wow, yeah, ours didn't. I didn't have any interruptions at all through any of the weather. Um, but yeah, YouTube just does this. I mean, it used to be hard to make a playlist, um, or if you invited people to be on the playlist, half the time they wouldn't show up, or you couldn't add them, and oh, it was pain in the tush. Especially back when I was doing a lot of collaborations with a lot of different people. Um, yeah, it wasn't fun. Okay, so this squares have to be 12-inch square.
So I'm
So,
just wanting to know what you're making.
oh, I am making, okay, so when after Joe passed away, hold on. Okay, got it. Nope, didn't get it. After Joe passed away, um, we
Jessica.
decided to, Jessica and John and us, they talked to us, we decided that we were going to make squares and have people make squares and send them in to make 3 different blankets one for Joe's son, one for Joe's niece, and one for Joe's or to donate, to sell, and then donate the money to Zach. Well, I made 3, and a lot of people did, but she was short by 6 of them. So I told her I would make them. So this is the first one. I started one a few days ago, and I didn't like the way it looked, so I tore it out, and now I'm doing this one. Okay, so this is measuring 11 inches, and I need 1 more inch. But if I do double crochets, it's going to go over that. Or maybe, no, it
What if you did
shouldn't,
half
but
doubles?
it will. I could try half doubles. If not, I'll have to do singles.
We'll
I'll do
measure a
double.
row
I'll do.
right there with the doubles, and then after you do a row, the half doubles, measure that row and see which one, see if it's gonna work out before you go all the way around.
That's what I'm gonna do. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I am making these squares, and I started this about a little over an hour ago, hour and a half ago.
Yep. Well, 9 o'clock. But
Yeah,
no, I don't know. You was working on it before then.
yeah, but I only had like 3 rows left
Yeah.
when we started. So if this is a 1/2 inch, then I'll be good with this to go around the whole thing. Let me count. Let me measure it. Yep, it's a 1/2 inch. Good. That's what I'll do.
That'll work.
Thank you, Sandra. Oh, Larry, I'm sure they got hacked. I don't know, but they've been doing this as long as I've had this channel. I've had this channel um, since I think 2008, and I've had problems. There's just always something. I know. Okay, so back when I started doing my craft videos, I used to be part of a different collaborations called hops. So what would happen would you would be in a line of crafters. So the person who put on the hop would give us our schedule. So what would happen is people would start with her um, video, and then we would put the next person in line, their link. So what would happen was each person was linked to the other one, so we were hopping, and so the viewers, all they had to do is at the end of each video, all they do is click on the next link, and then that way all of our videos would be viewed, because usually we asked them to leave a comment, and then they were put in a drawing and they won gift cards. And so we did that. Well, then after about a year, we did it like twice a year or something. Um, After about a year of doing that, or a couple of years, because I did it with several people, if you put the word hop in your about your uh, video, they wouldn't push it, and so you didn't get. No one knew you were online, and so we didn't get our views. So we had to change the wording because uh, YouTube didn't want us to use that wording, which was a pain. So we had to change it to to different things. And they do that sometimes. They'll certain words they don't like you to use them, so they don't push your videos forward. In fact, the first hop that I was in, I got over 1,000 subscribers from that hop.
And that's kind of dumb because people are still using YouTube.
Yeah,
So what's the big deal?
they didn't like us using that word, which is stupid. Oh, I did this wrong. I did a double crochets. No, 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 no. That'll mess everything up. Can't do doubles. I do have doubles. But yeah, so it's like they're so picky. Certain things they start not liking. Just like the music thing. Oh my gosh, they're killing me when it comes to the music. After every time I do my Sunday night premiere, I have to go back in and delete music and add different music to it, or no music at all, because every single time they tell me it's copyrighted and I have to share my revenue with the copyright person, but they didn't tell me it was copyrighted before. They just wait till after. And sometimes it's their music that's copyrighted. I'm like, why are you offering this music if it's copyrighted? It used to be if you did that and you did it too many times, they'd take your channel away from you completely. And I had a few friends that lost their channels. All but one of them got theirs back, but that's scary, especially if that's your job, because some of those ladies that was their job, YouTube, that's how they paid their bills. For me, it's not, but it can be scary if that's your income. You know. You know what's weird is on YouTube side it doesn't advance the
No,
video.
nowhere near as fast.
Well, mine sometimes it slows way down. But the video's right when it comes to StreamYard, but the chat doesn't advance.
Holy crap. Selena
What?
Finich has a coloring book. It's 400 pages.
Okay, that's crazy.
She's going for the world's biggest coloring book.
Oh yeah.
$60.
I was gonna say, but the problem is that if you're only doing one or two a week, you're not gonna be buying very many of her books.
No, but you can pass it on to your kids. Here, keep passing this down until it's finished.
I only have one child that likes coloring, and that's Ashley.
Andrew likes to paint, but he doesn't like to color. He didn't even like to color as a kid. Anthony didn't either. Anthony would go into a rage at the smell of crayons when he was little. Except the blue one.
The
only crayon that didn't bother him.
That's weird.
Well, it's like he would play with Play-Doh, and the only color of the Play-Doh he would eat was the blue. And me and his occupational therapist sat down. It's non-toxic. She said, we're going to taste all of these and find out what it is that is drawing him to this. And it's because the blue is super salty. like chips.
Okay.
The
Ah.
other colors were faintly salty, but the blue, and we bought several different rounds of Play-Doh to try this because she's like, I've never seen this before. I cannot figure out. She said, generally, if they eat Play-Doh, they eat all the colors, but he would only eat the blue color. And the
Hmm.
funny thing is, he will only eat red, white, and blue popsicles, red
Oh
juice,
yeah,
and
I remember.
yeah, everything has to be red, but
Huh.
except it blue Play-Doh.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you remember the Go-Gurts when they first come out with them and they was like neon pink. We had just moved
Mm-hmm.
into this house, had light blue carpet, and his mom, in all of her wisdom, sent my boys home with 12 of those things. Anthony decided he wanted one, even though I told him he couldn't have one until after he ate his dinner. And he stomped on it, and it went. I still have. If you take the paint, because I've painted the wall since then, the wallpaper was permanently stained pink.
Oh geez.
The carpet was ruined, and I was just like, which I didn't care about the carpet because we planned on pulling it up anyway. I hate carpet. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of people they's like, oh, love I hate carpet. It's a butt and a half to clean. It's much easier to take a broom and sweep a hard floor.
Yeah. I only have carpet upstairs, which I don't go up there very often, and I have indoor outdoor indoor outdoor carpet downstairs in my sewing room, and I do have carpet in my room, which I'm going to be pulling out. But everywhere else in the house is tile or hardwood floors.
This entire house was carpeted when we bought it. And when I say the entire house, both bathrooms in the kitchen had carpet.
Well, that's dumb.
I looked at Bill and I was like, who has carpet in a kitchen? Why would you put carpet in a bathroom that's going to get wet?
It was in the what was it, the 70s or the 80s? That was the rage. Have carpet in the kitchen. Have carpet in
Yeah,
the
but this
bathroom.
house was only 7 years old when we bought it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I was kind of dumbfounded. And I was like, you need to go get your utility knife. So we immediately, because we had two boys, rowdy boys taking a bath,
Mm-hmm.
pulled the carpets up in both bathrooms. Beautiful, perfect linoleum underneath. Nothing wrong with it.
Hmm. I don't know. Well, I think we're going to close this. I'm almost done with this one, but I am getting tired of sitting here. My back's starting to hurt because I always sit up straight, which is not a bad thing, but my leg is also hurting. So I think I'm going to call it a night, and I will be back on my other channel on Thursday night, and I am painting. Don't know what I'm painting yet, of course, because sky's the limit, right? I can paint whatever I want. And yeah, I will be doing that. And then, of course, on Saturday night, we got bingo. So, yeah. But thank you guys for coming. I sure do appreciate it. And I hope to see you on Thursday night. Maybe I
Bye,
will do some.
everybody.
Maybe I'll do something like a contest or something. We'll see. Never know. We'll see when that happens. And Sarah's still there to let me know about this painting when you want me to ship it, and I will get it shipped to you. And you guys have a great night. And I will see you guys all later. Bye. And thank you, Annie, for being on panel.
Oh, you're welcome. It's always a
And have a
joy.
good one.
Bye, everybody. I
All
love
right.
cooking
Bye
with you.
bye. Good.